What is good, everybody? It's your boy MJ. Welcome back to another weekly dose of the plug. Before we get started, please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Let's get into it. 32nd Annual National Reptile Breeders Expo. That's right. The week of NRBE is here. August 21st and August 22nd, we have the Daytona Reptile Breeder Expo going down with COVID hitting the fan in Florida. Little rules to this expo. If you're walking outside the venue, you don't need a mask, but if you are inside the venue, you are required to wear a mask. Not sure how that's going to work out with the heat, but hey, the show is still up and running. I know there's a lot of breeders out there excited to attend and vent at the show. I myself am very excited to attend the show, to see a lot of you out there, and more importantly, to see exactly what type of animals are going to be available at these shows. The excitement is huge. If it's one show I've been very excited to attend, it is definitely this show. Daytona has been a talked about show since me dabbling into the hobby back in 2017. The time has come. I do want to say, please, everyone out there, be careful. Safety first and teamwork. Make sure you're extra careful this weekend. Let's make sure we're not adding anyone else to the COVID statistics. Make sure we stay out of COVID dodge as much as we can. Be safe and enjoy National Reptile Breeder Expo because it's going to go down. Who's all going to Daytona? Are you going to Daytona? Who's going to be your favorite vendor at Daytona? Is there anyone you are excited to see, or is there any specific snake that you are looking for at the Daytona show? Well, drop a comment below and let me know, and we'll touch back on this next week. Now, with COVID hitting the fan, how do you guys feel out there about the reptile shows for the rest of the year? Do you feel like after Daytona, the rest of the shows will get shut down? Are you guys in fear of shows not happening as well? What are your thoughts? Give me your comments below. Let me know if you feel like Arlington is going to happen or not happen. The same with Tinley and also the Anaheim show. Would really want to know what your thoughts are and what you guys are thinking, so make sure you drop me a comment below. Instagram hackers. Not a good situation for Billy at Mutation Creation up in Canada. Billy is one of the few ball python breeders who's putting out content constantly on a day-to-day basis. This man has worked super hard to build his Instagram following, sitting at just under 52,000 followers, to wake up one weekend to find it, poof, gone, disappeared, not sure what had happened. According to Instagram, they had nothing to do with it, but if you were to go ahead and type up Mutation Creation's Instagram account, it is no longer available. What is that all about? Well, as you know, haters are going to hate. Hackers don't play around. And if it's one thing I know, if hackers really want to get into something and hack something, they will. And unfortunately, I feel like Billy is a victim of this. I would like everyone out there to go follow Billy's new Instagram page right here. Go give him a follow. Let's get his followers back up, because nobody deserves to lose all their hard work that they build on a social media platform. But somebody like Billy, who's bringing such unique content and has been bringing such unique content for years in and years out, this is somebody who definitely deserves to get his following back. So make sure you go out there, go give Billy a follow, and make sure you are following the actual right account. There is no other account other than this one. This is the one you're going to want to follow. Billy's also not having any no GoFund accounts. He's not asking for any kind of money. So if anyone out there is pretending to be Billy asking for money to help him get his followers back, Billy doesn't need financial help. He's totally good. He personally told me this. So make sure you don't get duped. Make sure you don't give money to somebody you shouldn't have to. And make sure you guys are always prepared to get hacked. Oh my gosh. If it's one thing I found out after talking to Billy, Billy did not have his Instagram synced up to his Facebook. Now, I don't know if that had a huge difference from him getting hacked or not, but I feel like that would just give you extra security to make sure your Instagram is linked with your Facebook. Also doesn't hurt to change your password every so often, but you just never really see this coming. I'm just giving you some insight on what maybe anyone out there can do to prevent this from happening to them. But I'm very sorry this happened to you, Billy. Definitely does not affect your sales in any way after what we were talking about. I can tell you right now, you have a legit, genuine following out there, and you're going to get all that following back in just in no time. Just please don't stop doing what you're doing, because it inspires all of us out there. Keep up the work, the whole team over at Mutation Creations. Just imagine that, years of building a following. And in any Instagram account that relates to a hobby that you're passionate about, you know that you are posting stuff solely to get people to look at your work. So to have something like this happen to anyone is just purely devastating. To lose 52,000 followers, super devastating. It could break most people. Did it break Billy? Not even a little bit. On the flip side of things, if Instagram finally does get a hold of Billy and it turns out that this was Instagram, I take this all back. I apologize. I mean, hackers are still whack, but still, Instagram, don't be doing this. Not cool. We've seen Instagram disable accounts out of the blue. numerous times. I mean, they've done it to Miguel when he has 120,000 followers. They did it to Tyler Nolan because he went political there for a little bit. And they've done it to a couple other people. So it seems like you do have to protect yourself by following the Instagram rules. So if I could give you any other tips out there, keep Instagram happy and make sure you stay off their radar. All right, guys, clip of the week. I got something that is so knowledgeable and so crucial, I feel like, to any reptile keeper out there. If it's one thing that could really mislead us keepers, our ideal temperature for a reptile, or what should my hotspot be, or what is an ambient heating, all sorts of these questions. Well, I would like for you to check out this clip from my man Rob from the New England Reptile Distributors, who put out a reel on its Instagram account showing the temperature difference when being exposed in basking versus being in the shade. So check out this clip from my man Rob.
Okay, reptile lovers, let's do a quick little talk about microclimates, because a lot of people will research their reptiles they're interested in, but they'll just look up the temperature wherever they're at. So today where I'm at, I'm just doing some hiking. I'm out here in the woods, and the air temp is about 89, 90 degrees. But in the open, on these rocks, boom, almost 120 degrees. Just a couple feet away, in the shade, 94 degrees. In a little bit denser shade, not too far away, 84 degrees, 85 degrees. So that's almost a 35 degree temperature difference between the hottest areas that they can be and some of the cooler areas that they can be. So those are all things that you should take into consideration when you're researching your animal. Don't just look up the temperature that it is during the daytime, where the animal's from. Also take into account what type of animal it is and what type of habitat it might be inhabiting.
Rob, now that's what I'm talking about. This is the kind of content I feel like a lot of us keepers could really use, because you got to understand there's so much variance when it comes to temperatures with these reptiles in the wild. How do you go from 130 degrees to about mid 80 degrees? That's a huge difference right there. It's important to know that if you're going to give your reptile a hot spot, it has some other source of heat to either cool down or get some shade, because not every reptile wants to be exposed under a basking. Oh, some of them want to just cool out and just chill for a little bit. This was a really awesome reel. Shout out to Rob from New England Reptile Distributors for dropping some serious content. This is the kind of knowledge that will take you far in a game like this. All right, breeder spotlight of the week. Shout out to Captive Bred Specialties. They just successfully hatched out an amazing leopard sunset pied clutch. Yes, that's right, sunset pieds. They hit the sunset pieds, which is an amazing accomplishment. Sunset, one of the heaviest genes that's happening out in the ball python game right now. So for them to add pied into that is super groundbreaking, super exciting. I can only imagine the energy over at Captive Bred Specialties right now. They also have a bunch of amazing other projects going on. I do want to give them a special shout out because, like I said, this is just some amazing news for the ball python community. I cannot wait to see what these things look like in the long run. If you happen to know these guys over at Captive Bred Specialties, make sure you congratulate them on getting Breeder Spotlight of the Week on Animal Bites TV. Trap Talk with MJ podcast. Last week, I had the pleasure of sitting down with Bob Vu for the round 2 session, and it was amazing. We had a lot of information going back and forth between Bob and I. He is also very excited for this week's Daytona show. He gave us a little insight on what he has planned for this week's Daytona show. As you guys know, Bob is no stranger to the Daytona show. It's one of his more popular shows that he attends. He knows a lot of people out there, but I recommend you check out the episode that Bob and I just had. This guy is full of knowledge, has been in the game for 10 years now, and is going in strong, continues to produce some amazing ball python combos and breaking the mold with his projects by the day. So shout out to Bob Vu for sitting down yet again with me on Trap Talk with MJ and being a part of the coolest reptile podcast in the world. All right, guys, that is a wrap for this week's plug. Please don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. And again, if you are attending the Daytona show, drop me a comment. Let me know you're going to be there. Say hi if you see me. If you're a Keyboy Warrior, bring that energy. I'm ready for it. I can't wait to see you guys. But thank you for tapping in this week. Make sure you guys are ready next week for that Daytona update. And also make sure you are ready to be plugged.